This entire brand campaign, from product shots to posters to full ad creatives, was made using just one AI tool. No Photoshop, no complicated software, no switching between apps, just Lovart. Most AI tools stop at generating images. You type in a prompt, you get a picture, and then you still have to do the rest of the work somewhere else. But Lovart is different. It actually completes the creative process. It feels less like a tool and more like a design assistant that understands what you're trying to make. Let's start with something simple, a luxury perfume campaign. I'm going to create a new project and use one of Lovart's built-in skills, so I don't have to guess complicated prompts. As soon as I enter the idea, Lovart starts generating multiple responses. Because Lovart is built around branding work. It doesn't just generate randomly. It actually asks a few smart questions first, like the brand name, target audience, and overall mood. This helps it understand the direction before creating anything, which is something most AI tools don't really do. That's one of the biggest differences here. Other AI tools just wait for you to figure everything out in the prompt, but Lovart kind of thinks with you. It guides the process like a real designer would, making sure the results feel consistent and intentional instead of scattered. Once I give it the necessary details, it starts generating results that already feel polished. From there, I can refine everything. I can change the text, adjust different elements, and keep improving the design until I'm fully satisfied with it. What's interesting here is that I'm not just getting one design, I'm getting variations that I can actually use. A poster, a social media visual, something that could easily work as an ad. Now let's take it a step further. One feature that really stands out is multi-angles. This completely changes how you work with product visuals. Normally, if you want different angles of the same product, you either need multiple photos or you keep rewriting prompts again and again, hoping the results match. That process is slow and it's inconsistent. But with Lovart, it's easier than you can imagine. So, for example, I have this portrait. Here, I can just select the subject and adjust the angle directly. I can move the subject or the camera angle to rotate it, tilt it, zoom in. All with simple controls. And instantly, I get new perspectives on the same subject. This is especially useful for things like e-commerce or product marketing. You need multiple angles, front, side, and close-up, and they all need to match perfectly. It takes seconds instead of hours. You can build a full product carousel without ever leaving the platform. For example, I created this quirky, fun Instagram carousel for a strawberry lip plumper. And in just a few clicks, I have so many different angles of the product. Now let's say I want to change something in the design. And this is where Lovart really stands out. You get features like text edit, touch edit, and edit elements. So you can click on anything and instantly change it without rebuilding the whole design. Usually that means opening another software, selecting layers, masking areas, and going through a long editing process. But here, I can just click directly on the part that I want to edit. This is called Touch Edit, and it's probably one of the easiest editing systems I have used. If I don't like the background, I click on it, and I describe what I want instead. Within seconds, it updates just that area, while keeping everything else intact. I can do the same with the product itself. Change the color, adjust the material, refine small details, all without starting over. What makes this even better is that I can stack multiple edits together. I don't have to redo the entire image every time I want to tweak something. I can keep refining it step by step until it looks exactly how I want. It's fast, it's precise, and it doesn't break the overall design. When you step back and look at the entire process, this is what makes Lovart different. It's not just about creating images. It's about moving from an idea to a finished result in one continuous flow. I don't have to jump between tools or rebuild things from scratch. Everything happens in one place. And that changes how fast you can create. What used to take hours or even days sometimes can now be done in minutes. You can experiment more, test more ideas, and still end up with something that looks professional. Now let's move to something a bit more complex. Let's generate a short reel from all these frames. Let's make a clip for an ad for a bundle of 3 lip plumpers. I just give my prompt, enable video generation mode, select the frames I want to use, and voila! You can even make your models walk. For instance, let's take the stock image, paste it and add the prompt, and watch her walk. Isn't this cool? Let's say I'm planning to open a cafe. I already have the vibe in mind, I know the kind of menu I want, and I have a rough idea of the items I'll serve. Normally, I'd have to hire a designer to create a proper menu that matches my brand, choosing the right colors, layout, typography, and making sure everything looks clean and professional. That takes time and it can get expensive. But with Lovart, I can simply upload my menu details and describe the aesthetic I'm going for, and it turns that into a complete design menu. So I'm going for a minimalist cafe theme, muted brown and white tones, very soft and clean, with subtle line art elements to give it that premium feel. I'll input my menu items, and instead of just getting plain text, Lovart actually designs a full multi-page menu layout. It organizes everything properly, keeps the spacing clean, and makes sure the whole thing feels consistent. And if I want to tweak anything, I can still go in and adjust the layout, edit text, or refine elements until it matches exactly what I had in mind. So instead of going back and forth with a designer, I can go from idea to ready-to-use cafe menu in just a few minutes. Whether you're working on content, running a brand, or just exploring creative ideas, this kind of workflow makes a huge difference. If you want to try it out, Lovart is currently running a launch offer with Nano Banana 2 with up to 50% off. It's a good time to experiment and see how it fits into your own workflow. Try a few ideas, test different styles, push it a bit. That's when you really start to see what it can do. And once you do, it's pretty clear why this feels less like an AI tool and more like a complete creative system.